I cannot find Yuko. Yuko isn't here. I've been waiting for her, so I decided to do this on my own for now. Yuko must be lost. So, hello everybody. I'm looking for Yuko. Anybody seen Yuko? Let me know. We're going live, so I'm going to send some notes out. I haven't seen Yuko. Where is Yuko? I don't know where Yuko's been. Looking for Yuko. Looking for Yuko. So hello Yuko, where are you? Oh, here you are. I thought you were going in. So you see, because Kylie Rainbow. Hi Kylie Rainbow. Yuko, we have a new guest. Look at her, Kylie Rainbow. Let me see if I can find Kathleen. She says she cannot find us. So I have to send some notes out to, I sent it to
Happy Self-Care Sunday, Tessa.
Well, yeah, because I couldn't find you. Let me turn around and see if I can find Kathleen.
Rainbow.
Yeah, that is Kylie.
Yeah.
So,
Good morning, Grammy. Oh, that's so sweet. I'm here. Catherine's here.
oh, Kathleen
Happy
is
Self-Care
there.
Sunday.
Okay, so I don't know where Colin is. I have to go look for Colin.
Okay.
So let's see. We have to. If they don't, they're not. They say, "Oh, I don't see you." I know Kathleen is here. I'm sending that to Florence. She might come. So let me just turn around and see if I can find Colin. Is Colin there yet? Fallon. Hi, Fallon.
Hi, Fallon. I've sent about 20 people notification too.
I know.
So
I'm still signing, so I don't know.
hope our friends will come. I'm sure some of them will come.
Yeah, Kathleen is there. I know they will come, but we have to like remind them. So let's resend a few more.
Yes. It's great to remind. Great to remind.
Yeah, because this is the women's series. Wake
Yes.
up, women. Wake up. Women's series. Wake up, women. Wake up. Laura and of course Jean.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, and then who else?
Oh, hi, Colleen. Here you
Okay, we were just saying, yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, so I sent more. So
Appreciate
here we
the
are.
reminder. Thank you so much, Fallon. I'm so happy to hear that because sometimes I hesitate. Like, should I send it? I don't want to bother, right? But thank you so much,
exactly how I feel.
You do?
Yeah, I don't like sending them. When I first started doing this, Donato had said to me, send them. And then somebody said, this is spam. You're spamming us. I go, okay.
It's not comfortable. To be honest with you guys, it's
but
oh, good morning,
but
Yuko.
I decided, good morning, Yuko, Kylie Rainbow. So yeah, so yesterday we had the girls over.
Oh, sounds fun.
Yeah, we had, and I had Kylie and Monroe, Kathleen and Vanessa. They came around 4:30. Guess what time they left last night?
2 a.m.
No, 11. 11 p.m.
It was a late night for you.
It was and then when they left, I decided I will not go to bed with untidy surroundings. So it was 12:30. Load the dishwasher, clean the kitchen, and they helped. But it was just an amazing evening. Everybody was happy. Hi, Ryan.
Hi, Ryan.
Everybody was having such a lovely time. And I was energized.
Good
And the good thing was, I went pretty close. The little girls kept us partying. It was really nice. And then I had a coffee. So that must have just given me more earlier in the evening.
Oh.
And it was fine. So then by 1:45, I was in bed.
Wow. Oh, that's so late.
What time
do you get up?
I got up I turned the alarm off. And then I got up at 6. Oh, well, it's 5:30. Wow. So it wasn't early. It was still early. So anyway,
wow, thank you so much for showing up.
My favorite people and angels. Ryan is an angel guy. Oh my God, yes. I just love this man.
And then like Fallon said, what I take away from your life is so important, and I don't consider it bothering me. I consider it gifting me.
Thank you, Fallon. Because sometimes you see, like Kathleen said last night, I never know when you guys did Sunday self-care. So sometimes I'm prepping. Because Kathleen is like us, on Sunday, when you are working, on Sunday, that's when you prep for the whole week, right?
That's right.
So you have everything ready. Yes. So she does that. She said, I can watch it and listen when I'm prepping. Okay.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That is a good way because you move your hands, but you have, your ears.
Your earbuds. Yeah, you can listen. And you always get something when you listen. Like, so let us talk about our big topic is baking and meal prepping now. So
Oh
she
my,
always does, which is
great job.
amazing. Yeah, a well
Great
a
job.
well trained I'm graduate from my school of hard knocks.
I know, Tessa, you did a great job.
She tells me that all the time, and then she
Uh,
said, I just love sitting on that cozy couch of yours. And her daughter is amazing. So anyway, let us get this on the road. I didn't put a topic because Yuko, I thought you were starting because
Last
last
week is
time,
I opened.
yeah, but we
2 weeks
only
ago.
did half an hour. So I thought, well, maybe she's going to take that opportunity now. And that's why I didn't come on. Hi,
Okay.
Georgie.
Maybe
So,
we can send a message each other that who's gonna start,
no,
but
we don't need to. It doesn't matter. It was
sure.
fine. No,
Yeah.
we know already. So we have it in the calendar. But it's only because we had that Mother's Day situation. So
Mm,
that's why I decided maybe you could start. But anyway, here we are, guys.
yeah.
Let's get this
Better not to
going.
have maybe.
Uh,
Better to have force. Better not to have a maybe between us.
no. So
Hi,
anyway,
Georgette.
let us get
Hi, Laura.
going. So Yuko, what are
Yes,
we talking about and why are we talking about this?
this is what were you talking about? This is very, very important for us. Here you are done. We're talking about women's health. Women's health. And
Okay,
then,
Ryan, don't leave.
good morning, beautiful ladies, dropping in for a minute, heading to appointment. Oh, thank you. Good morning. It's good. So, women's health, this is a big topic. Like, like my age is like big concern about our hot topic is like for women's health, like menopause and arthritis, those things too. It affects so many things in our lives. Like the menopause, just the word. I'm sure when I say menopause, I'm sure everybody just like they're having their own issues and experience too. So Tessa is she's just a few years older than me, but she has experiences too. And then I'm going through it. I'm in the middle. So why don't we share what we have learned, we went through? Because you always, Tessa always teaches us, right? What you learn, you must to teach.
You have
And
to
also,
teach.
yeah, have to teach. And also, not only from us, I want you guys, friends, to involve us. And then I want you guys to just share experiences and comments and all the advices, just share with us and that'll help. Yes, perimenopause, no one talk
No,
about it. I
nobody
know.
talks about it. Stacy should be here today,
Nobody.
but she's not.
Oh,
She talks about it endlessly because she's
oh,
just
yeah,
taking it like
I wish
wild.
she was here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she talks about it on everything. And Marina brought up arthritis the other
Yes.
day.
Yes.
And the thing about this menopause is that men suffer with it in a different way, but they suffer with it. And the
Mm-hmm.
thing about menopause is not only the part that women have that is unique to us. It's not only our period it affects our skin, it affects our hair,
Yeah. Oh
it
yes.
affects
Yes.
it affects how we digest food.
Mm-hmm.
What we could eat before we cannot eat now.
That is
It
true.
just it doesn't digest, and it's the whole body is just turning over. It's a turning over of the body. It is saying, this is my time to rest. This is my time
Mm-hmm.
to be careful. This is my time to eat what I want, but really
Mm-hmm.
give it to me slowly. I remember there was this lady, I was in the Rotary Club with,
Mm-hmm.
and she would be having menopause and like this. And then I said to her, well, they say when you drink wine, it exaggerates it. Well, I'm not giving up my wine, just like you and Stacy.
I thought
And
I thought you were talking about me.
no, it's not you, but that was, what's her name now? Shirley Samis. And she said, it's going to, I'm not giving up my wine. So you made, I totally agree, Alan said. I agree that you don't want to do it, but we're just using just saying that is one thing they say.
Yes.
But as I said, we say that all the time. Our body speaks. The thing is, we forget to listen. We we forget
Yeah,
to listen.
that's okay. I'm guilty for that.
You know, our
Yeah,
body is speaking to us every minute of the day, and
yeah.
we
Oh,
have
oh,
we
my.
have certain times we do certain things and we feel energized.
Mm-hmm.
We eat certain things and we feel amazing, and then we
Mm-hmm.
eat certain things and it's just sitting somewhere in our chest or our back, or
Yeah,
it's just not going.
yeah, yeah.
And it's not, you don't have
It's
to
like
have,
that, right?
yeah,
It's just like
yeah, because
up and
you have
down.
to figure out what your body is saying, I like, what will help me, you know? And if it doesn't help our
We
body,
ignore.
it
Yeah,
keeps our mind occupied with it. So that's why we decided to talk about women's health. And you could talk about menopause because a lot of you maybe are not there yet, but you know it's coming. If you're entering your 40s, it's coming.
it's coming.
Like Stacy has been talking about it since she was 45.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's more than 3 years, and she was taking all kinds of things. She goes on the mushroom coffee or mushroom whatever, you know, all these things she was having.
Yeah, yeah.
And so if you're sitting there
Mm-hmm.
in your 30s and you're thinking, I have lots of time, you have to prepare the body now.
In 30s?
In your
In
30s,
your
you have to
30s.
begin doing
Okay.
things that will help you to go through it. Some things you cannot avoid. Like there's sometimes the body just goes crazy.
Mm,
I maybe didn't go through it, but my
yeah.
body went crazy. I never got the sweats, but my body went wild. I was having periods every 10 days. I was having them every 9 days.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember being at a downtown working, and I would have to, when I get up, I would let everybody leave the meeting before I got up because I just didn't know what was going to be there. And you had to do
Mm.
so much work to keep everything going. And it's you in your 20s and 30s, watch what you're starting to eat now so you do not have big, hard changes to make later on.
So earlier we start,
Everything,
the
we have
better
everything in
we
life.
can
The
deal with.
earlier we start to maintain it, the better it is. It's not that it will stop you from having erratic periods. It mightn't stop that, but it might give you the energy to go through it. Like I didn't
Mm.
know, I didn't know much about it. I really, that was in my, like my 49,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
same way.
50.
We still don't like Fallon said. Me and my friend, when we get together, we don't talk about it seriously. We kind of make a joke around it.
Yeah,
That's it. But
because
I
that's the
know we
only way.
have
Nobody
problems,
taught us how to cope with it.
and we just don't know how to cope with it.
No, we
We just
don't.
like, night sweat. I know it's hard, and
Yeah.
then like, ha ha ha.
And
That's
they
it.
laugh. At book club, one lady said, I can get up and I wring my pajamas. And I'm, okay, but that is not an answer. That is a
No.
symptom.
Yeah,
What is
yeah,
the cause? Why? What are we doing during the day? What are we ingesting? Carbs. Did you know carbs can stimulate that? The more carbs you eat,
you.
yeah. So carbs and the type of foods we eat, we can't, the grapes you were having a handful of, when you start to be in your 50s, it's pure sugar. It's pure sugar. Oh, I'm on the diet, but I can't lose the stomach. So you have to choose certain foods as you go through. And that is what is important.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
that when you are a woman, menopause can start in your mid 40s.
Believe
It's small.
it or not, yes.
It is small things you don't. The only way I knew that I had something wrong was the excess bleeding whenever. That
You know
is it.
what? I had one too.
And
I thought I
I
needed a diaper.
and
You know
oh
what?
yeah, exactly. And so many pads. You walk like you're a sumo wrestler.
Sequence. Yes,
That
walk
ones,
like
yeah.
that, right? And
Yeah,
sequence.
and when you're at a meeting, you're praying, oh God, I hope they want us to just stand up. You know what I mean? And
I know. Like just
xenophobia. So uh, anyway, so what happened? I the only way I knew something was wrong with me, and it wasn't just it was because my I started to feel my waist went down. I was losing weight to a 21, which was something I had in my teens, like 19, 20.
mm-hmm,
And I
mm-hmm,
was skinny, but
mm-hmm.
and And I knew something was wrong. So I had a doctor's appointment. I'm rushing to the doctor. And I could feel little palpitations in my heart before that. Like I would feel like, little movements like that.
Mhm.
So I'm rushing because I was a little bit late, and I got in, and she'd been my doctor since I was maybe 20. And she said to me, oh, she took my pressure and all that. She said, your pressure is fine. I said, Dr. Daly, I am rushing. I ran to be here. Look at my breathing. And then she stopped. You see, that's what I mean. Advocate. When the doctor says to you, oh, your pressure is fine, but no, it's not fine, Dr. Daly. I ran from Davisville and Young to your office. What's your point? And she took it again and she said, okay. And then we went through the whole thing, and then she decided, take this. They put me on the pill. I'd never been on my pill, the pill in my life. So many regulations going. I had to stop working for 6 months.
Yeah.
The bank just kept, my boss was amazing. So he just said, nobody sit in that office at that desk. It was Randy Bonner. And
Nice.
one girl said to me, wow, you have him in the palm of your hands. But it wasn't that. And I was off work for 6 months.
Yep.
It was just so you guys, and I wasn't prepared. I didn't know. I did end up having a hysterectomy at 51. It changed my life. It literally changed the past 2 years prior to that. It was amazing. And even if then, you have to listen. My family doctor is telling me, leave the ovaries. This surgeon said, what for? Things are
Yeah,
going
it's
to grow. Things
confusing.
are
So
going to
what do
grow.
we do though? That situation. What did you?
It made sense. What the surgeon said made sense. He said, and then at the same time, I had a lady that was cleaning for me because Ida was away. And she said she's going to have a partial. And then I said, well, that's what the surgeon said. He was the head of gynecology at St. Mike's Hospital in Toronto. And he said, no. He said, take everything out. You're not going to have more children. And if you keep the ovaries in there, things will grow on it. That was his exact words.
Ooh. Oh.
And he said, you'll be back here in 10 years to take it off. So I followed what he did.
Okay.
And then the lady who worked with me,
Yes.
10 years later, I met her and she was talking, and she told me she has to go in for surgery. They want to take the ovaries off now. So I took the clean sweep. They said, oh, you will not have sex drive. You will not have this. It didn't affect me that way. They said, oh, well, your vagina will be dry. It didn't affect me that way. But I also decided I'm going to find foods that will help me to balance my progesterone. And that is what I did. Fallon said, this is valuable information. Thank you. We have to advocate. Like Vanessa studied medicine, and she's saying, advocate for yourself.
And then
I am breathing. And you're telling me my pressure is fine. It should be off the chart.
And then she said, advocate for yourself and always ask questions. This is from Dr. Kylie.
Oh, Dr. Kylie. Ask questions. This is not
Very
women.
important.
Let me tell you something. They like to put us in a box that we're crazy, we're hormonal. When somebody tells you they're hormonal, you should punch them in the teeth. You should actually, anybody that looks and says, oh, you're just hormonal, pow. It doesn't matter.
Well, when if doctor tells me that, oh, it's the hormone things, and then you know how I feel? I feel like doctor just to sweep me away.
Yeah.
Like just like
it's a swipe.
And I was just like in the corner and just like, what do I do?
Yeah.
And I know he doesn't. My family doctor is a man, but he doesn't live with me.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know how I live.
No.
Right? So this is like, I'm sure like, when you go doctors and like, we don't know how to question, and doctor doesn't have much information from you other than you said, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, maybe menopause, but
Notebook,
those people
notebook,
you know what, Tessa? Oh, you spoil my presentation. Not the bad way. I was gonna lead it to the note.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna mention about your note.
Go ahead, go ahead.
You know what? This is the beauty of life, actually. It's not script.
No, it's not
It's
script.
not.
Nothing we do is script. Heaven
I
knows.
love this part, Tessa. I love this part. So, like most of us, we just don't know. Like we go there, doctor doesn't know because he doesn't live with you. So anyway, Tessa has a great solution that opened my eyes, and I'm sure doctor will thank us. So, what's your secret?
Well, okay,
You
my annual
show me the book again.
is in September, right? So
Yes.
so I have a little notebook, and so what I do,
Amazing.
I
That's
date it
amazing.
every
Yes.
day and month. If I have something to question, to ask, why is this happening? What is going on? What is this?
Yes.
I write it in there. So
Even question?
yeah, what I'm going to ask him, or what is happening? Well, what should I do? And I do, and he knows that. My doctor
Mm.
knows. I told him I write what I have to tell you. I come once a year, and I don't want to be one of the people that you blink and I'm done. I want you to hear me.
So it's
So
like, I'm sorry. It's like, I have a question that you said every day, like a
anytime
journal, your
something
health.
comes, yeah, I put the
Oh,
date. So
okay.
anytime, and
So
it's not a
anytime,
calendar, it's not in my phone, it's a book.
it's a book. So anytime something coming up, even if a little symptom, that you can just like, you can write down.
Yeah,
And
because
with
especially if
questions.
it is repeating, and you
Okay.
should know. So even case every time you eat potatoes, you
Yep.
you get white potato. Every time you
Yes.
eat that, you have aches. It has a
Mm.
lot of inflammation in a white potato. It causes inflammation in the body. It doesn't affect you when you're a teenager. It doesn't affect you, but it affects you as you get older. In your 40s,
Yes.
you
Yes.
say, oh,
Makes
I have
sense.
this, I have that. People get those. It's the body speaking. So you can say, and you can say, I have pain here. Oh, that's inflammation. Well, what can I do? Does it have something to do with the foods that I eat? Oh,
Mm-hmm,
doctor,
mm-hmm.
I notice I get that pain when I have bread and when I eat, gluten, things with gluten,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
and people will say, well, oh, potassium, have an apple. But potassium needs a friend to work. What about magnesium? They have to come together.
Oh, potassium, magnesium.
Yeah,
It's
it's
gonna
like
meet
turmeric.
together.
I'm having
Okay.
turmeric. Turmeric cannot work without black pepper in your body. So you have to
Mm.
ask questions and advocate. Talk to the doctor and say, okay, doctor, listen, this is how I feel. And he'll pay attention, because if you just show up with a symptom, he will say, do this, don't do this. Here's a prescription, go fill it. It will take care of the symptom. I want to know what is causing it. Would that cause it? So you put him to think. He has to have an answer.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And and you have to push them. You cannot just sit there and say, even when you have babies and you take them to the doctor and the doctor says, oh, they'll grow out of it. No, they won't grow out of it. Tell me more about it. I am crazy when it comes to my health or my children's education. I am wild. I'm on top of it. Do not look at them and don't see me. I am there. So
Mm-hmm.
that is one of the things we have to do. Know what is bothering you. Don't be ashamed to talk about it. So you
Mm-hmm.
have a husband and then you have dryness in the vagina. What you can do? Ask him. He
So
might
there's
give you
always solution.
he might
Like when you have a
give you a
question.
prescription, or he might say, well, it's menopause,
Mm-hmm,
the liquids or whatever they will tell you, right? I didn't experience that, but I had friends that did.
mm-hmm.
And that is how I stumbled on castor oil. And
Oh,
and
I love castor oil.
and that is
Yes,
how
yes.
I said, use it everywhere in your body. Just saturate your body with it before you go to sleep at night. Your body will absorb it and it will help you. Boom, it worked for her. So you have to, don't be ashamed to talk to somebody who has gone through it and ask, what did you do? What did you experience? How did you manage it?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it is. So what about you? Are you doing right now? Because you are behind me. I am ahead of you.
Yes, yes. Well, like since it's okay, I have to, first of all, I have to really thank you. No, I really want to thank you. I've met you, what, 5 years ago?
Yeah.
Since I met you, I I feel like I'm smarter. I definitely
Mm-hmm.
feel I'm smarter because you have taught me how to listen, how to be with my body, how to listen to my body, how to be with my body, how to take care of my body
Mm-hmm.
too. It's with little step. You just showed me like just the
Mm-hmm.
one little step, which is I love like 1%, one little step.
Mm-hmm.
And then so when I take an action that like what you told me, and I just like, ah, I feel better. And then you know what? I'm gonna be 55 in 2 months,
Mm-hmm.
but I got a lot of compliments that your
Mm-hmm.
skin looks great. Your
Mm-hmm.
hair, you got a lot of
Yeah.
energy. What? I'm like, well, Mrs. Ford. So it really helps. And then like it's castor oil. It's like I love castor oil. I'm I just put my skin, and then in
Mm-hmm.
the beginning, like you said, I'm gonna be 55, so it's a menopause,
It's
like
the
those,
menopause window.
yeah,
I was
menopause
done.
window.
I had
Yeah.
hysterectomy.
So estrogen, the produce of estrogen is getting super low,
Yeah, and the
and then
progesterone
yeah, what's sad thing,
and
but
no
you know,
testosterone, guys, it's gone. It's gone.
can I
So you
cry?
have to eat foods that bring that back so you can enjoy life.
I know, I know. But also, it's when it's like, like we can laugh at it, like, oh, our skin gets dry.
Yeah, have you
And
noticed that?
yeah, oh,
Yeah.
very much, 100%. But here's the thing, the simple castor oil put on the skin at the beginning, it took a long time to just soak,
Yeah.
but it really, now it's like feels like my skin in drinking.
Yeah, it's a custom. We see natural things.
Hmm.
That guy, Edgar Casey, he was a American kind of health psychic kind of person. He just talks about it a lot. He called it the oil of castor. That's
Yes.
what he called it. And the castor oil is also a purifier. It cleans the
Hmm.
pores. So when you first start using castor oil on anywhere in your body, it will not
Hmm.
absorb because
No.
those pores are blocked.
Hmm.
But constantly applying it, it releases what is in there when your body is repairing itself.
Hmm.
That's why you put it on at night. And
Yeah.
yes, you're going to have oily sheets, but I know you can use baking soda in your wash and it takes
Yeah.
care of the oil.
Like some people they complain it's greasy. But which do you choose? You want to have dry skin or like a greasy?
Yeah.
Get greasy on the like
On a
pillowcase.
wash it. If it's so
Just
great, throw it away.
wash it.
Donate. I don't care. What I'm saying is that it's your health. So
We
watch that.
we advocate our health.
Advocate. Stand for your health. You put the
Very.
castor on your body constantly. And then one day you will notice, I just put the castor, it feels nice, but it's not shining anymore.
No.
Because with at night, your body starts to open up and it's taking all the energy, cleaning the pores and absorbing the
Yep.
castor while it is repairing itself at night.
Yep.
Our mind gets repaired at night. In
Oh,
scripture, they tell you God speaks to you when you're asleep.
very much. When you sleep,
That is when your
it's just like
body
your
is
body is
working.
like
Yeah,
working. The factory start working, right? They do
exactly.
night shift.
It is.
Yeah.
And it has to clean the pores for it to be absorbed in the body.
Hmm.
And when it starts to absorb, you will notice you had stiff fingers. Remember that?
Oh yes, yes.
And they were
And they
swollen.
ache. Yeah, swell and
Mhm,
ache every winter when it started cold
mhm.
because I'm a hairstylist. I use my fingers, right?
Yeah,
But this winter, I just like, what's going on? And then, like, hey, I don't have my middle finger. I don't want to stick to my middle finger, but but it's just like it's like, wow, I didn't have the like achy fingers. Even if like sometimes I get a little bit of an achy finger, I put it in a couple of days, it's
yeah,
gone. Now,
because you have
like
to
just
keep applying it.
keep applying. buying
if
it. I
something
put it, yep.
works, that is not when it works. It's like the people, like I was talking to somebody, again, we have so much to talk about. And they told me, I do what you do. And that's why I lost 66 pounds. And I go, well, fine. But then you can do what I do. But if you really see what I do, I do not, when it's working, that is not when you stop. Because it's working. Oh, I can go back and drink my wine. Right now,
Yep.
she's off alcohol, she's off carbs, which is,
That's usually
I
our
only did it.
pattern.
Yeah. And that
Yeah.
doesn't mean if I go out to dinner with you and we are dinner and we have a glass of, I
You
will have
sure
a
you
glass.
will?
Yes,
You
I
will?
will. Because I know tomorrow I'll just go back to my regular way of doing things that serves me. So
Mm,
carbs bother me, but that doesn't mean I won't have a nice slice of bread with something on it.
I
But I
understand
won't do it
because,
every day. But
yeah,
she has cut everything out. Now the body will push her back. That's why these Weight Watchers things don't work. You do
yes,
it, you lose the weight,
yep.
and then the
And
minute you stop doing it, it comes back. Same thing with Ozempic. This person took Ozempic and she
God,
gained the
oh,
weight back, and now she's going strict. You have to have a little bit of movement.
oh, I understand. Yeah, because like
Yeah,
you cannot go too extreme. It's
yeah.
like a elastic, right? If you pull one way too hard,
It will
it
snap.
snaps it back.
Well,
Yeah.
you look at you. You said it will get swollen, and then you should know. You know the castor oil works for you. Did I apply it last
So, yep,
night, or did I for the past few days? Have I really taken my time to massage it into my hands?
yep.
If that works, that's what you have to keep
Keep doing
doing.
it. And then like some people always said, oh, I keep that one in the closet or I keep that one in the bathroom. And so forget. So here is what I think. I'm sure Tessa does it too. I have saved up a little
Mhm.
bottle, those squeeze poise
Yeah.
bottles, whatever it's called. So I pour castor oil. I put it everywhere.
Everywhere
That
I
way I
sit,
can
I have
apply
it. Yeah.
anytime. Yes,
Everywhere
yes,
I sit, I have some castor oil in a tiny
yeah.
bottle.
That's
Everywhere.
the secret.
And I use it I put it in hand
Yep.
cream. You buy the store hand cream.
You add it.
You do that.
You
Yeah,
do it too.
I add the castor oil to the hand cream. And because if you take a magnifying glass and you look at all these expensive things you buy, you will notice
Yeah.
the creams for your face that they have castor oil, vitamin E. It's in there. So you can make it, but you have to continue to use the thing and advocate
Continue.
for yourself.
Yep.
What it is I'm doing.
Yep.
Do
It's
not
not
let the
only
doctor
like
just give
winter
you a
time.
prescription
Yeah.
because you say I'm dry and you just spray, spray, spray. No, watch what the foods you're using, you're drinking, and take care of you. Take a break. Look at our husbands. When
Oh.
my husband got a cold, I lost weight. He has a cold and I'm losing weight. I'm thinking,
Oh.
because
Oh my
every minute
gosh.
he's
I'm sure
going,
we
I need
lots of us
make
related
me
to
a
it.
tea, and you make the tea, and as you're leaving the room, can I have a sandwich? And off you go to make the sandwich. They have a headache, and the whole house has to be on tippity toes, because
I
I have
know.
a headache.
It's yeah.
But we have a headache,
And what
and
we
that just means we
do.
have to do more. All
What
we
we
have
do.
that headache, and somehow in the back of our head, boy, we have to push through this.
Yeah.
And when
Yeah.
are we going to learn to take care of ourselves? And to women's health is taking care of everything.
Yes.
When
And
you're
then
going through
I'm
menopause,
sorry.
your
Yes.
entire body dries up, your hair, your face, everything. What do you do? Water, you know?
Water helps. Water helps.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like that's another things, right? Seems like we learned about water. I mean, I learned about water through you, and then consciously I've been drinking water
Mm-hmm.
more, more. And then what happens, like I used to have like foggy brain or sometimes like
Mm-hmm.
headache, just like it's simple, like just the water helps to not away from like headaches and those the symptom. What we think it's normal, we think that's, oh, I have a headache, I'm
Yeah,
because I'm
I
50.
need to nap. No, you don't need to nap. It's like if you
Yeah.
suffer with arthritis, for example. So you
Yep.
suffer with
Yep.
arthritis. So if if you drink water, some days you drink your water well, you will notice there is less pain. So you have to make note of that. So then you watch yourself. So I can tell you, since I woke up this morning, I have had 2 cups of coffee, right? I have also had 6 cups of water already. Because
Why?
I drink 12 ounces of water, boom, with Himalayan salt. That's the first thing that goes through my system.
Himalayan
Then I drink,
salt.
yeah, and then with the water, a teaspoon in that. Then I drink 2 more cups of just plain Shingai water or just plain water. And then I turn around, and before I came here, after the coffee, I had a full cup of warm water.
Okay. And then so Shanghai water, right?
Yeah.
What is that? I'm sure like some
Shungite,
people maybe first time.
Shungite is a stone my daughter Vanessa introduced me to. You can find it in Russia. So she bought it and she had it and she puts it in the water and has just like the Himalayan salt. This shungite is a natural stone that sends this infuses the water. So when the lady that helps me in the garden was going to Russia for vacation a few years ago, I asked her to bring me some, and she said, "Oh, it's very good." And she's from Sushi, and she brought it from me. So I have that after this salt water while I'm exercising. At the end of exercising in the morning, I drink that full cup. Sometimes during the day, I will have some, but it's a black stone.
Yeah,
It doesn't have any
it tastes good though.
No.
Yeah, but I love it though. Tastes good. I almost empty container. Last summer I went there, right? I had the water.
Yeah.
I kept asking, Tessa, can I have more? I
It
almost emptied
lightens
the
the
container.
water. It's any way you can get lubricant in your body is good, but the best way to get it is through your mouth. Through your mouth.
Yeah.
That is how you get it. And it's not that you have to give up wine, you have to give up everything you like, but you maybe have to put more of something else together to make it work.
Yes. And then like this is like some people when we mention about drinking water, it gags me. It's just like, oh, I don't like it. But if you feel that way, just try the water what Tessa's drinking. You can order, I think I'm pretty sure you can order Amazon or somewhere too, right?
It's light,
It's so light and your body, it feels like just like a castor oil, like just like absorb.
It does.
Feeling just
It
body
takes
is
a little time.
loving it.
Remember, natural things that help support women's health is not always made in a lab. It is not always comes from a lab.
I love it. Natural thing
that supports women's health does not always come with a prescription. And some people will take it, and nobody is telling them. I have 2 friends that are still doing the things. The daughter that is dead, the doctor is dead, like 20, 30 years, and she's still taking 2 Motrin tablets a day, and she found out it raises your blood pressure. Yeah, and
really,
and the other one will quote this dead doctor to me. Dr. Fodder said, I said, no, he's not saying anything. He's dead. You need to change it. Your body's changing. What you were doing when you were 40 cannot work now. Your body, change it. Do something. Find something.
Yeah, our body changes. Yeah. And the information updates. So we have to keep, right? Like more reasons, like keep just learning and like, watching
That's what Dawn says. She loves lemon in her water. Yesterday when the girls were over, I did soda stream and they wanted water, and then I said, okay, you want some lemon in it? I popped 2 lemons from the freezer into their glasses of water. Yeah. And they drank it. And in my green tea, yes, you put it in green tea, you put lemon, in everything. It enhances. You don't like kale or you don't like broccoli? Steam your broccoli just enough. Add sprinkle olive oil and then lemon over it.
Oh, that's so good. I love it.
And then a little bit of grind Himalayan salt. And it is delicious. You will sit there and eat all that broccoli in one sitting. Look at what we love it. Even the 10-year-old. Monroe had it, and the girls love it. And in the summer with Kylie, I do the lemon water and then I take a sprig of the regular mint that just grows wild. I
Yes,
rinse
yes.
it and you just put it in the glass and it infuses
Oh,
the water. And I
oh,
introduced that to her years ago. I was telling Kathleen, because you have to train these girls. No, the Kylie is 6
yeah.
and Monroe is 10.
So
No, you cannot wait until they're in a
no.
mess. You
So for
know?
them, it's natural because
Yeah.
they grew
Yeah.
up,
If
they
they
growing
grow
up
up,
that
see
time.
you doing this and they get it,
Of
when
course,
something
yes.
triggers, they will remember,
Yep,
you
yep.
know?
They have a
And
they already have a habit,
yeah.
right? Because you guys showing to the daughters and granddaughters
Yeah,
too.
because we're putting it in there for them already. So, yeah, and you know what? That is amazing to put lemon on watermelon. Do you know after the age of 60, there's some foods you should not
Hmm.
just eat? Like people say, oh, I have grapes. Yeah, you know what? It's a lot of sugar in one grape. It,
Yes,
it is
actually, yes.
actually easier, it's actually better to have red wine and watermelon. Oh yeah, it's good for you. But cut down the sugar by adding some lemons, quick spritz of lemon all over it.
That'd be a great idea. And then also, I have a question. Some people they said I drink lots of fruit juice.
No, no,
They think it's
no,
healthy.
no. Orange juice is pure sugar if you do not have the pulp.
Yeah,
And even when they leave the pulp in there, it's still a lot
a
of
lot
sugar.
of
It's
sugar.
best you
Lots of
it's
yeah.
best you chop the orange pieces and freeze them and eat it, or just cut an orange and eat everything. If you can chew that, you're bringing it down into your tummy. Some people say
Yes.
I cannot lose my stomach. Yeah, well, watch what you're eating. Oh, I'm
Yes.
having my grapes, I'm having this, I'm having
Yeah.
that.
I like what yeah, it's like juicy
Or they
watermelon
eat
with
dry
grapes and
fruits.
like
you
drink
eat
yeah.
you eat dry fruits. It's They took all the water out of the dry fruits. They took the water out, that's why it's dry.
Mm-hmm.
you know
Mm-hmm.
so then soak the fruit. So you want to eat dates and raisins, soak them first. And because otherwise it's going to use all the liquid in your stomach to
Oh.
digest.
Oh
So
no.
although you eat in this dry fruit, are you constipated? Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, because the cranberry didn't come dry and sweet, and
No.
raisins. So
No.
pre-soak
Oh,
them and
okay.
then
That's
eat
a
them while they're
yeah.
moist. You
Yeah.
know, but we just trust the reason why they dry them and they preserve them is so they get shelf life. Is that shelf life and that preservative good for us? Maybe not.
Gotta think about it, right? Like
Yeah. So after 40, you have to be in a position to realize what works and what does not work. If your knee is hurting, did I drink water today? Did I? Yes, I did. But I've been going to the washroom. I'm losing sodium. A pinch of salt in the next glass of water and wait for 20 minutes. Boom, it goes away. That fogginess at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the
simple.
afternoon.
Yeah, very
Where's your
simple.
water? Where's your sodium? Did you lose it because you've been peeing and drinking a lot of water, or didn't you drink water today? You were so busy at the meetings you forgot to absorb water.
Oh, I some people they say that oh I was so busy I didn't drink a glass of water all day long.
Not one. And
Sometimes
there
like
is no reason your pee should be yellow. That yellow pee is a signal.
they
Something is
yeah,
working.
but some people they think that should be that's
No,
normal. The
it's
like
not.
deep color
Your
yellow.
pee should be like water. When it sits, it should change.
So your body is telling you,
Yeah,
right? Like you just even if you look at the pee, like uh-oh, I need more water.
yeah,
Oh,
and
I'm drinking enough
it
water.
doesn't
Like
take long. Everything a woman needs to do for her body is to concentrate on you for a few minutes a day. Just concentrate on
a
you
few
for a
minutes
few
a day.
minutes a day. We were taught to just give everybody,
Yep.
give. That's fine. But you notice while we're serving the world is looking at us and saying, you haven't done enough yet. serve me a little bit more, do some more for me.
Yeah, yeah. Why is that? The more we do, the more coming, actually, right? In a bad way,
Yeah,
in a bad
you
way.
look at what Don said, and that is a fact. If your last pee before you go to bed it doesn't look like the water in the toilet, then you better stay up and drink some more water. You know, there's one friend, I asked her to put, I said, hey, you have glasses, right? So I am not putting her glasses on the counter. I said, well, you have a choice. Can you count them? So she said, I'm going to do it because I really do not want to hear you tell me to do it. I said, fine, don't tell me what you're experiencing then. So she put the 8 glasses and 8 ounces of water in each glass. And she kept doing it, not saying a word to me. And I purposely would not even call her for the week. And then on Friday, she called. She said, I know I don't want to tell you that, but I feel so much better since I've been drinking.
That's cute. That's
And I'm
really
thinking,
cute.
you don't have to, I don't care. It's your kidney, it's your liver, it's your body, it's not mine. If it feels like leather in there, knock yourself out. So she, so
Why
she
some
was,
people they're stubborn?
I don't know, she was mad and then she drank it anyway. I didn't want, I really, it's a problem to tell you.
Yeah.
And I'm going, no, it's not. Don't tell me. Just enjoy you have it.
You
And then
know,
she
some
said
people
she feels
that's
better.
that's good.
She feels
That's good.
better, she
It's
said.
like some people they fight with it, like just a simple thing, but they just fight not to
That's
do it.
fine. Yeah. It doesn't have to be a $500 bottle of cream. It doesn't have to do
Hmm.
that to make your
Hmm.
skin look good.
Or
It
some people
doesn't have to do
they
that.
tell me, you know what? It's my comment is not moving at all. Sorry, Tessa.
Yeah, I
It
know. I
just like a
saw
stop.
Fallon said what.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Thank you so much
yeah, it's
for reading.
moving. We have read all of them.
Mine
Um,
is not moving at all. So
and
anyway.
Fallon said she always waters down her orange juice with pulp and add lemon. Great. You have to. It's best to avoid the juices because the juice goes directly to the bloodstream and it just spikes the sugar.
Oh, some people believe worship is orange juice is a god. Some
Yeah,
people.
that is why when the
My
tariff, they were
neighbor does
telling
it.
us, oh, you have to buy your orange juice. No, I don't. I can do without it.
You know, but my neighbor, he said, you know what my secret is? Orange juice, Yuko. No, he calls me Yoko. Yoko, orange juice. That look at my skin.
Well,
I
yeah,
was
but
just
then
like,
what do
yeah,
you
yeah,
have?
yeah, yeah.
Are you a diabetic? Are you a
No,
diabetic?
I know I not to get into it. I just like, okay, all right.
Yeah, you have to sometimes let it go, but at
I
least he's
know.
doing something,
I know.
But we
He's doing
need to
something.
learn that we have to take care of it. Water and proper nutrition and the way we eat food affects our body, our nails,
Very
everything.
much. Oh, the nails. Yes, our age starting to get like the nails goes
Those
like
lines don't have to
lines.
be
Yeah.
there. It's a lack. You can use the castor oil at night and just rub it onto the nail. It will
Yeah.
absorb it for that little bit of time. But water helps to stop that. Have protein before you have carbs in the morning. Have a protein, have an egg, have a piece of cheese. You're better off with that.
Okay. So have eggs before we start eat
Yeah.
muffin. Just like that,
Well,
right?
yeah.
Some people they eat muffin right away. So
Yeah,
it's
when
coffee.
you see
Okay.
people, they jump. I have seen people that hit the curb to get into Tim Hortons to get that coffee and that muffin. And where does it land? They're
Just like
swallowing and they're not,
yeah. Yeah. There
they make a
that's
joke out of it that women stand at the kitchen sink to eat. People actually do that. They do
oh
not
yeah.
sit down to
Oh
eat.
yeah. Yeah. Oh my, just like my gosh, some of my friends, they do
No,
it like while they're serving to their husband and kids, and she is like, putting the toast and eating the bread and just making eggs. They do that. My some of my friends,
no.
just
Well, like
friends.
last night we had the girls with us yesterday. It's the two girls and Kathleen and Vanessa. We
Mhm.
sat at the table. We all sat
Love
at the
that.
table to
I love
eat.
that. Yes.
And I left the rest of extra stuff in the kitchen. And Monroe would just get up and go get more chicken. She liked the chicken. She was having that. Everybody, but we sat and came back to the table,
Yeah,
and I sat with them.
I love
You
that.
have to, you have to do that. If we do
Yes.
not take care of our health, we will suffer. And today we gave you a wide area, but we're going to zero in next time, and we're going to choose one topic
Yep.
and labor it to
Yes.
death.
And then also, I want to ask you guys to the topic that we want to discuss. We want to talk about
You guys
health
want
out.
us to discuss,
Give
yes.
us a topic, right? Like, for example, arthritis, or like women's health.
It's
It's a
all
lot, or
women's
skin
health, and
problems,
do not
or skin dryness.
yeah, do not turn around and say, well, I'm in my 40s, I arthritis. It
Sad.
starts earlier. Look at what Don said. I believe that water is the body's medicine.
Yeah.
It is.
So we can talk about the water
Yeah.
again, again,
And
again.
how you can drink it. So you guys, if you have a topic, like when Angelina wanted movement, we showed her what we did. I'm setting a reminder it's every 2 weeks, Fallon. I'm
Yep.
setting a reminder for
Every two
next week.
weeks.
It's not next Sunday, it's the following Sunday.
Every 2 weeks.
Every
Every
other,
2 weeks.
every other week.
You put
It's
on a
every other
calendar
Sunday.
yeah. If you put on a calendar every other Sunday,
It will,
right?
yeah.
It will show up.
Because
It will show up.
when you're sitting as a woman,
Mhm.
and you start finding that I have a friend, her hands will crack right here. And then I tell her, oh, it's so greasy. I said, so you rather have this crack hand? You think that's okay?
That's so sad
It
though.
ages your hand. It
Yeah,
ages your hand. Dryness ages everything.
I know. It's like that's excuse. Like some of the
Yes,
cracking, the
it is
skins,
greasy,
and
but you
then
know why it's greasy?
put in
Because
there.
your body is so dry, it cannot absorb it. You have to flatter it. Okay,
Yeah.
let me tell you something.
Yes.
A carpenter, when he takes a piece of wood, it's rough.
Yep.
It's
Hmm.
rough. So when you first start to cream your hand, if creaming is not in your culture or your nature, using oils to clean your body, and facial waxing, shaving, okay, maintenance, facial waxing, shaving, and mani-pedi. Yeah, we can do that. So one of the things for sure that the carpenter has different levels of what they call a plane,
Hmm.
which is like a thing. They smooth it, and they smooth it, and they keep smoothing it. When they bring it to a certain amount of smoothing, that piece of wood, I know that for sure because my father created amazing pieces of furniture that are still alive today. They
Hmm.
take an oil called linseed oil and they rub the oil into the wood. They have a cloth and they soak it with linseed oil
Hmm.
and they rub it into the wood to bring out the grain of the wood. So
Oh wow,
if they
that's
treat
yeah, beautiful.
a
I would
piece of
imagine.
wood like that,
Yeah.
why
To
are we
white.
ignoring our body? It's
Yeah.
the same natural stuff. So just go back to those things. They have sandpaper. Something is rough. You sand it out and then you apply something to smooth it.
Oh
And
yeah.
you're telling
Yeah.
me it's greasy it's okay. You
Yeah.
are 60 and your hands look like you're 95. What's your
And then like yeah, and then like just the skin, the surface is really
and
hard.
yeah, my dad, people would
Scaly,
never
right?
associate that with it, but I looked at it and I'm thinking, so he's taking this piece of mahogany and he uses a plane that is harder, that takes it off, takes it off, takes it off. And then he turns around another one that brings it down another level, another one until he gets it and he passes his hand. Okay, great. No,
Yep.
let me maintain that smoothness and that moisture with
Yep.
linseed oil. That's what they do with a piece of wood,
Yep.
and you have this body
Yeah.
there sitting
Yeah.
and you refuse to put a little bit of oil. It's greasy. And you're 60 and you look like you're 500 years old. Your face is dry. Everything is dry.
Yes. And I've read some of the books from dermatologists,
Yeah.
and then every one of them said it's moisture, moisture. Put some moisture, oil. very important, other than just buying really
Yeah.
expensive $500
When
cream.
I was
But it's like to
pregnant,
moisturize
yeah,
the
when
surface.
I
Super
got
important.
pregnant with Jillian, the lady living next door was Italian.
Hmm.
And she said to me, take olive oil and warm it up and
Hmm.
rub it on your stomach so you will not have stretch marks. I didn't get any stretch marks, not one.
Wow. Oh,
So,
I'm jealous. I have stretch marks,
you
but
so, but just
yeah.
olive oil, olive oil. You see what I
Oh,
mean? It's
yeah.
an oil. It doesn't have to be fancy.
And it's not dangerous actually,
No, it's not.
right? You
Because
can
you
you can
eat it
eat. Oh, you
anyway.
can eat oil.
So,
Yes.
and that's what you do. So she took it
Yeah.
and she told me, just rub it in your hands. And whenever, because as your skin expands, your stomach will scratch because but once I started using, I did smell like a salad. But once, when I started using the olive oil,
Yes.
it
Salad.
stopped itching. My skin stopped itching. It wasn't
Yeah.
stretching. It
Yeah.
stretched, but it was
I remember
moist.
that.
Yeah.
I remember that. Like when I was pregnant and then just started, I used to scratch my
Yeah.
belly too, right? Because
Because it's
it started
expanding.
stretch.
Yeah. And that's why you
I
have
remember those days.
those stretch marks.
Ah, I wish I knew
You
that.
see?
Like, I
Cream.
had a neighbor like, you're like yours. I
Look
didn't
at
know
what
that.
Dawn said. She said, my skin is less moist here than when I'm in Dominica. Yeah, because there's so much, you eat all natural products. Everything you eat, you is grown, especially the fruits and vegetables, you eat them. They're grown locally.
Inside
And
from
then
like,
there is
yeah,
a lot,
grown locally is very
and
important too.
without
Yes.
preservatives. Our foods here have so much preservatives, so they have long
Ah,
shelf life.
that's
Why should a cucumber be waxed? I want somebody to tell me.
I know. I don't understand though.
Why?
Oh, that's when I come to When I came to Canada, like what's going on? The cucumbers in Japan is just like a cucumbers I see in your
Yeah.
garden.
Well, Monroe was away with Kathleen somewhere, and somebody served her
Yeah.
cucumbers. And because Kathleen said, oh, she loves cucumbers. So Kathleen noticed she wasn't eating it. She said to her, why aren't you eating the cucumbers? She said, I don't like those. I'm just going to wait until I go home
Yep.
and I can go to Grammy Tess's garden and have my cucumbers.
I know. I
Yeah.
remember that. It's
And
Monroe's eating
yeah,
cucumbers out of the garden.
she
Yeah.
just chunks right on it. She comes in and they're there. Even her uncle will bring them, and the mother said, "Where are you?" Oh, we're at Grammy Test vegetable stand, and they're eating it straight from the garden. I used to have
Famous
to
ones.
rub it to get the little things off, but they ate
Yep.
it, and that's what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
don't eat tomatoes in the winter, and I don't eat cucumbers in the winter because they
Yep.
are just ridiculously stupid and hard.
Yep.
And no, oh,
I
she
understand.
gladly tells everyone, I hate Edmonton cucumbers. Yes, it was maybe store-bought. That was why she said.
Oh.
Someone was said she gladly tells everyone, I hate Edmonton cucumbers. So what you give them is what they call. Like it's when I cook the chicken, and Kylie had some. She calls it saucy chicken, Grammy's saucy chicken, and she will call me and tell me, "Can you make me some Grammy's saucy chicken?" And I
Mm,
said, "Sure." So they came for that
mm,
yesterday, and they all
mm.
ate it. And Monroe loved the rice. She loved the chicken. She was
Ah,
eating the rice. They enjoyed it
yeah. I
because
miss your cooking,
it's
Tessa.
all
You're a
natural
good cook.
foods.
You good cook.
I,
Oh my gosh, I
I
miss your
cook.
cook.
I cook from scratch. So
Oh,
as you have to.
so
I
delicious.
don't know if things in cans do not interest me. If it comes in a can, I just have an issue.
Well, even if you grind black pepper,
Yeah,
you do like you just
I do
grind
my own
black
black
pepper.
pepper. I do my own ginger, and I
I
squeeze my own
know.
lemon. Well,
Yeah.
guys, it's 10:30.
My
What did
gosh,
you
time
think
flies.
of the show today? Local versus important is night, and the yes, Fallon. And I like Monroe. Gladly tells everyone I hate Edmonton too. My skin is less moist here than when I'm in Dominica, Don says. And then I spoke to my sister about body maintenance. We're going to talk about that
Body
next
maintenance.
time.
Yeah,
I'm setting a
I'm
reminder. I believe
writing.
that water
Thank
is
you.
your medicine. I need to do better with sugar. Fallon, cut off the juices and eat the fruit. And thanks, Fallon said it's a good episode, a great episode.
Oh, thank you so
Last
much.
pee at night should be the same as the water. And be careful when your pee is giving you an odor. Call the doctor. Find out what you're doing wrong. I always water down my orange juice with pulp and I add lemon. That's a good way if you have to have it, Fallon. So that's right. Try lemon and everything. Lemon and ginger. They're both anti-inflammatory things, right?
Lemon and ginger.
Lemon
Okay.
and ginger
Yep.
is good to combine together. If you're
Oh
making
my gosh.
if you're
Yes.
making a cup of green tea, you can put a little bit of lemon and a little bit of ginger. It makes a difference. If you buy tea in the store, like President's Choice, they have them with turmeric. So if they're selling it like that, that tells you they know people want it and they're just using us. So guys, a few of you have been here forever. Kylie and Fallon,
Thank you.
Pauline, Kathleen, Dawn, Ade. Thank you guys for hanging with
Thank you
us.
so much.
And I'm sure everything we gave you guys a big
Yep.
picture
Yep.
of what we plan to do for
My
these going through the
gosh.
summer.
See, this is amazing because that we've got a lot of great ideas for the
Yeah.
show actually. So I've been writing down. So amazing. Like Tessa and I, we're gonna be very excited.
Yeah.
To have the show, for women's health.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
as Don talked about tidiness of the body, that is part of women's health.
Yes, body maintenance.
Body
It's
maintenance
very
is
important.
good and it covers a lot.
Oh,
And you can have body maintenance, movement.
yep.
We have so much we can talk about, guys. So
Wow.
tell your friends and share the video with everybody. Let them come in. And I know some guys, but we talked about women's health because a lot of the people that come here are women. Some guys drop in, and they have wives, so they can tell their wives to listen to. So
And
anyway, guys,
he'll understand how wife going through too.
yeah, that might help
Yes.
because you start in your 40s and sometime earlier than that. Have a great and wonderful Sunday. See you guys tomorrow on the morning blessings. I'm using this week, I'm going to use gratitude within the pillars. And I'm breaking down each pillar for a day
Yes.
and talk about what you can do about that pillar in gratitude. So that should be fun. So
That's a
anyway, talk to
great
you guys
topic.
later.
Yes.
Bye
All
everyone. Bye
right. Thank you
Yuko.
so much.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
for
Tessa.
coming.
Thank
Bye
you,
bye. Love
friends.
you guys.
Love you.